Hi. I very rarely talk about books, but this one to me it was worth doing a YouTube video on. So that's why I'm here. I want to talk about a book that I'm currently listening to because I found it on Audible, but it's actually on Amazon. It's Kindle everywhere. Target. Um, the book is Set Boundaries, Find Peace, A Guide to Reclaiming Yourself. And it's by Nidra Glover Tawwab. Hopefully I'm saying her name correctly. But here's the book. I have no affiliation with Nidra. I follow her on Instagram. She does post some very good content on relationships, boundaries, and better living overall. She is a therapist from my understanding. But I'm recommending this book because it addresses a problem that is so common for all of us today, which is like feeling overwhelmed, feeling like not answering your phone calls, feeling like not checking your mail, not checking your emails, feeling just burdened. Nidra helped me understand through this book, Set Boundaries, Find Peace, that these issues are related to poor boundaries or boundary violations. And she clearly describes what a boundary violation looks like for you and for others, because we also violate boundaries, sometimes with good intentions, sometimes not so good intentions, but we do violate boundaries too. And that, it was a dose of honesty listening to this book, because I had to understand that yes, I've had my boundaries violated, I allowed it to happen, but I also violated other people's boundaries in many different ways. There are, micro violations, big violations, but we've all done it. And being aware of our own boundaries actually helps us respect other people's boundaries and understand that they're necessary for a healthy relationship. So, today is Valentine's Day, and I think that a very, very good thing for couples, especially, and actually anybody for any relationship, but for couples, since it's Valentine's Day, let's talk about it. Is to read this book, recognize where boundaries are needed, work on them, respect them, and you will have a much, much healthier and better relationship. I, for once, am still working on identifying all my boundaries because apparently I wasn't aware of where they needed to be all the time. But also understanding that my partner has boundaries that I must respect, and being clear when communicating my boundaries so he can honor them. And even with my children, I had to, I was having a conversation with my daughter about boundaries and how when she was little and unknowingly I violated some of her boundaries. And she really appreciated me recognizing that and working on making it better now. So it's a book that I recommend for parents, couples, or people that got out of abusive, toxic relationships. If you don't want to fall into another toxic relationship, you gotta read this book, because it will make you aware of how your lack of boundaries contributed to that toxic relationship. You see, it's very easy when we get out of a very bad relationship, a toxic, abusive, aggressive, whatever relationship, it's very easy to point out what the other person did that was wrong. But we need to look at ourselves and see how we allow the progressive violation of boundaries lead to that scenario. So I'm gonna hang up now. There's somebody on a call next door, but I really I really recommend this book. I am looking forward to finishing it. Every chapter that I listen to, I have to breathe and take a look at my life, take a look at how I've lived, how I've related to others, but definitely set boundaries, find peace. The title of the book is The Absolute Truth.